What is up, brothers? Welcome back to the Lifted Lifestyle Podcast.
Bro was going to say welcome back to the YouTube then.
Yeah, I was. It's natural behaviour. Money is on. Get a little opening sound. I've got to open it with my teeth because I've got no nails. Lovely. So we've got a special one for you, like every podcast. You want to explain what it is, mate?
I don't like when you put me on the spot like this.
Yeah, sorry.
What are we doing again? Oh, balancing holidays and physique development.
I just saw myself as sunnies in the mirror. I'm going to take these off now, just for the thumbnail. So yeah, we're going to go over a kind of extension of the last pod. We're obviously talking a lot about one's hair's looking
holidays.
dusty. We're talking a lot about travelling. We're talking a lot about
holidays.
We probably didn't explain.
Paste.
Didn't quite explain like how we actually do it.
Just get pissed. We don't really do anything.
Yeah.
No, but that is an important point before we start.
Yeah.
So, I didn't say this to you before, but I actually think, right, for example, for us with our clients, I'm pretty sure you will have the same approach. If your client, for example, has been dieting for a holiday, yeah, and they've been 90 to 100% on it the whole time, if you then go on a holiday for a week, 2 weeks, on like a full send holiday, you're not going to like ruin all your progress. So you don't, if you watch this pod, you don't have to go away and do these things and do these steps because let's be honest, did we on our holiday?
No. Well, to be fair,
did a couple of them.
I think the things that we'll recommend will actually be that though. So
yeah,
we're not. Yeah. It's quite funny whenever I have someone that goes on holiday that's a client. I always like take the mess and say, "Nah, mate, you need to check in. You need to do all this." It's like obviously joking. Yeah. You just say like,
"You're on holiday. Just enjoy yourself."
Yeah,
if you put the effort in beforehand, it doesn't matter.
That's a good preface to the whole of this pod. Don't take it for gospel. Realistically, you're on holiday, so probably do what you want.
Enjoy yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. But the first thing is a bit boring to start off with. But the first thing is, it is all goal dependent, isn't it?
Yes, very goal dependent.
You know, with me, even if you've got pretty high goals, like you can get away with it. But if you've got something that's like in the immediate future that you need to be in good shape for, then it's probably
a bit more sensible and take these points on board. But again, like you can relate that back to me with obviously I'm competing in 9 weeks.
Yeah.
And we went away, when did we get back? For like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And I still pretty much just full sent the whole holiday because I'd planned ahead. So again, like you can still do it. Even if you've got a big event, I still think you can get away with it.
Which is probably the first point, is that sometimes going on holiday can be a good thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Like longevity's sake. Yeah. No one wants to be in the game of negative enjoyment and, well, some people do, but negative
if you do,
enjoyment,
that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We don't care.
Don't come for us,
man. But yeah, if you take the time on holidays and not get back and think, I've wasted a week.
Like if I'd gone away and been meal prepping all my meals every day, going to beach clubs with Tupperware and like taking cream of rice to the airport,
you'd be depressed right now.
I'd be like, I'd look back at that now and after the shows and think, probably didn't need to do any of that. I definitely didn't need to do that.
Just move your mic down a bit so I can actually see your face.
Sorry, I'm only little, as everyone keeps telling me on Instagram.
Yeah, so first thing, holidays, especially if you're with your mates, you're probably going to be having a few beveroonies.
Yeah.
So we'll split this up into day drinking, pre-night out drinking, and during night out drinking, realistically, you're not going to be thinking about it. So.
No, but we can still touch on it to be how you can be more sensible with it.
And then the optimal post-night out protocol, which is going to freaking save your ass. So kick it off. Day drinking. What's your...
Are we starting from the morning?
Okay, yeah, let's go
throughout the whole day. Yeah. So let's say you've been out the night before, okay? So you're probably going to be dehydrated as it is, and you're going to be dehydrated anyway when you get up. So I think straight away, this is probably the one thing that we did.
Yeah.
Was straight away, got up, cheeky cold shower, and then slam like 2 litres of water,
Yeah.
If you've got some salt, put a bit of salt on it.
Bit of salt.
Yeah, that's going to get you started for the day.
Yeah. Then after you've done that, if you really want to, I mentioned it on my tube, the post-night out Powerade protocol.
Oh yeah,
slaps
get your
every
electrolytes
time.
in, man.
Get some electrolytes in with the Powerade, and then straight to a coffee shop, because you're going to need a little.
Yeah, you need to caffeinate.
Need to caffeinate and
hydrate, caffeinate, snussinate.
So yeah, through the day, get into a cafe and get some caffeine in you. And also, I don't know if we touched on it last pod. I don't know what it is about the sun and being on holiday, but if you embrace it, you just end up being absolutely sound.
If you, like, every morning we'd make sure we just got up, did the steps of the shower, like hydrate, bit of salt, get a bit of food in you, line that stomach, because otherwise you're going to be pissed in like 5 minutes, and then just get out in the sun.
Yeah.
And it genuinely just revives you.
For some reason, for me, that wouldn't work in the UK though.
No, like if I go on a night out, like the last night out I went on was to Sheffield. I got back at like 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I got up at like 9:30 because I just felt like a bum.
Yeah.
And like I felt absolutely rats.
Yeah.
And I hadn't drank. So I got in at 6:30. I reckon my last drink was like 1:30, 2. And I just felt like absolute poo.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of going a bit off on a tangent, but when I dropped Holly off I picked her up in Sheffield.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was looking around thinking this is the last thing I'd want to do.
Yeah, you'd want to be doing it. It's just different when you're on holiday.
Yeah, slap's different. Even just, I don't know, even just the weather and the people and the vibes.
It's different surroundings, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like when you can get up, walk down, have coffee, bit of food.
Yeah.
Just
it's kind of something I kind of wanted to talk about on this pod for a bit of insightful value. The pre-holiday, I think it's good to be pretty dialed.
Yeah, I agree.
Obviously, you're going to have some socials, but like if you can be on a day-to-day, like on a normal day-to-day, 95% in.
Just getting it done, ticking the boxes.
Yeah.
It definitely makes the holiday more rewarding as well.
Yeah.
For a start, you're going to be going on holiday in good shape.
Yeah.
And if you've been like grinding for weeks before, you're then going to appreciate your holiday much, much more, and the downtime way more.
I saw this thing on that Raymond Lyncher guy on Instagram. He used to be coached by AJ.
He's like Austrian or German or Swiss or something like that. Yeah.
He talked about this thing called the Pareto principle, which is basically
what the hell?
It sounds kind of sneaky, but it's basically saying like, even though we're saying be 95% in, that's not that hard to do.
No. Especially like you said, on a day-to-day, like an average day, that is not hard.
Yeah, because this Pareto thing says that basically you get 80% of the results from like 20% of the effort that you put in, because the main things are in that 20%. Yeah. So like, obviously, like hitting your protein and
training,
tracking your nutrition,
whatever,
and training out, all that. It's not that hard to do, is it?
No,
it's so
really
easy. So I guess that's for like pre-holiday protocol. So
let's get back to where we
were. back en route. You've slammed your morning coffee.
Yeah, you've had a bit of scram.
You're feeling the vibes in the sun.
Yeah. You go into a beach club.
You're probably off to a beach club. For me, anyway, I think the choices that I make from a drinks and food perspective tend to be like quite good options anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for us anyway, we'd probably go for the healthier options anyway, just because that's what we like to eat.
Yeah. Even when we'd go for breakfast.
Yeah.
Which is another, add that to the list. When you're having your coffee, get some food in. Like we'd I think naturally just choose pretty good options.
Good sources, food.
Like what we're having in that, we had a barbecue chicken pizza twice.
Yeah, but again, like
and then there was that chicken club sandwich that
I had like chicken wings.
Yeah, it's like just get some good
some protein and you get some nice food in you.
So yeah, then you're off to the beach club. Realistically, in my opinion, if you end up having like beers on beers on beers throughout the day, you're gonna feel pretty rats.
Yeah.
So
my digestion would be in the bin.
So like I think we tend to go for.
Usually for us, it's probably a spirit, and then a low-calorie mixer.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the time, it's another one. And by another one, I mean double vodka, Diet Coke, sorts you out.
That should be the pod saying.
Yeah,
another one. So to give you some background to that, when we went to the Caribbean, we're on a cruise, and basically this bro that was a waiter on the cruise,
Mohammed, shout out Mohammed. Definitely watch it.
Yeah, we went the first time, created the another one, which is a double vodka and Diet Coke. Because obviously we're asking for another one.
Can I get another one?
And then the second time we went, he recognised us.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's definitely a bad thing.
It's got to be terrible. He just started feeding us them. Every time we'd come in, he'd just like hit us with the gang sign.
And he'd be straight over to the table.
Yeah, so that created the another one. So another one protocol is pretty awesome throughout the day. And then
I do think as well, throughout the day, obviously, again, you're in the sun, it's hot, you're going to be sweating.
Yeah.
Try and supplement the another ones, or whatever you're drinking. We don't have to call it another one.
We do.
Yeah, we do, sorry. Just again, make sure you're staying on top of your water.
Yeah.
Like, it's that is the underlying factor, hydration.
Yeah. So another one throughout the day, really, and we'd probably superset that with a few cocktails while you're there.
Yeah.
Bit
couple
of
of Coronas if you're feeling a bit
of micronutrition in like the pineapple and all that.
That's a good point though. I actually do think, to be fair, we always start off with a couple of beers.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably switch. So we don't always just drink. Like when we're we're going to get onto this. I'm going off on tangents. I'm not even going to say it.
I don't mind a tangent.
No, it's fine.
Hit me.
No, I was going to say when we go for our evening meals, but we're going to get there anyway.
Yeah, we'll get there. So throughout the beach club, throughout whatever you do in the day, another one superset with
cocktails, bit of water,
protocol,
a bit of nicotine if you feel like it.
A little bit, only if you dabble.
Yeah, if you want to stay locked in, swim into the pontoons and that, you'll be seriously locked.
Yeah, jellyfish don't sting you when you got a bit of nicotine in you. So day drinking, that's kind of ticked off. Then you're into the pre-night out protocol.
So for most people, they're going to go beach club. You're going to go home because you're obviously going to be getting changed, things like that. And again, this is where you need to get some more food in you.
Yeah.
100%. More water. Again, get some salt in there.
Yeah. And a bit of salt, you get a better pump when you're out.
When you swim in, man, your lats are just steaks.
So then pre-night out is kind of the same.
It is just the same sort of protocol.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of people talking about the tequila soda lime method, but I've not.
No, I've
personally.
No, I've
this
not.
bro dabbles into it.
What bro?
You know the
yeah, that bro. Yeah. No, I've done that.
So it could be a good option. Apparently, it doesn't give you a hangover, but
I feel like it's got to be.
It's kind of carb.
It's got to be carb.
So pre-night out again. If you're on holiday, you don't want to be spending an absolute whack ton when you're out. So
no. So make sure you've got drinks at your house. But no, seriously, you get home. Obviously, you're going to freshen up.
Yeah.
Get changed, and then you're probably going to be entering the pre-in balcony stage. Which
Huge. Again,
you got to take advantage of this time. This is like golden hour, but not actual golden hour. It's like golden hour of drinking. You got to enjoy it. Make the most, because like when we were in Croatia, right, we were talking about this the other day, weren't we? When we went to bars and that, 2 drinks ends up costing you like 35, 40 quid.
Yeah.
A bottle of vodka in a supermarket was €6.
Yeah.
So
I think if you're in somewhere like, or at least from what I've heard, in the Indonesia, Bali area, it's like cheap as chips anyway.
Be fine,
so
you'll be fine. Do what you want. Yeah.
You can probably get away with it, but.
So yeah. Where do you want to go from here?
That's a pre-night out protocol. When you're out, you're obviously not going to think about it really.
No. But you can definitely take some useful steps. I think for us, it's like, let's say you're pre-in at like 9, 10, right? You're going pretty heavy then. You're then going to go out. You're going to ride the wave. That's heavy, that la. You're going to ride the wave. But you're gonna supplement with a pick-me-up here and there. So I actually like to switch from the Diet Coke to a double vodka, sugar-free Red Bull.
It is a bit risky though, because then you get zero sleep throughout the whole holiday.
No, but I think you have got to go out pretty steezed.
Yeah.
Ride the wave a bit, supplement it as you go through the night. But then I think for me, I like to have a cut-off point at like 2:30, unless I'm too drunk, and then I just think I can drink until 6 a.m.
So I'm sure there's probably some people watching this thinking like, they want to enjoy themselves, but maybe don't want to like full send.
Yeah.
So you can obviously be slightly wise to it, and like,
yeah, you've got to be sensible at points.
Again, making good decisions with what drinks you have and what food you have. Getting diet mixers with the spirits is always the best option. But I think most of you will be going on holiday and not really caring,
wanting to send it,
which is obviously why we're giving such good advice on this pod.
Yeah, we've not really given any good advice other than send it.
No, well, it's what you're going to do on holiday. So maybe we've done the pre-night out, post-night out, intra-night out protocol. Training when you're on holiday is a toughie, I think.
Yeah, this is the hardest thing for me, I think, because again, if you're getting in at 6 a.m, you're probably going to be sleeping, like we will probably sleep until 10, 11, which obviously isn't ideal. Then you're eating, hydrating, and by that time it's like 1 o'clock after you've just signed the sun for a bit.
Day.
And then you're like, you don't really, well, us anyway, we don't really want to be spending time in the gym, because that's what we do pretty much all the time when we're at home.
The first 2 holidays we went to Karsk. We did go.
We went on the first one, not the second one.
Did we not?
No, we didn't go on the second one.
But I don't feel like I don't think I needed to.
No.
And also afterwards, you come back, you're not feeling refreshed, but you're coming back and excited to train
ready
again.
To go to the gym again, because you've not been training. Yeah.
So treat it as a bit of a deload.
Yeah, like we went, before we went, we sort of said to each other, we'll aim to go and train maybe 2-3 times whilst we're there, just to keep things ticking over, but we're not going to put pressure on ourselves, because again, it all leads back to we've been so dialed in pre-holiday that we don't want to put the pressure on ourselves to have to go.
I don't know what it is as well. Every single holiday I go on, by about day 3, I look like the best I ever have.
And then it just goes downhill.
I don't get it.
I don't think it's just like, man.
Just completely relaxed, like, and not thinking about anything else.
Yeah.
Again, it's person dependent training wise, I think. If you want to go train, go train. If you don't want to train, I think it's a bit of time off.
It all depends as well how easy access it is.
Yeah.
So like for us, when we were in Croatia, obviously we've already said like our house was up a hill.
Yeah.
We didn't really know where the gym was. Like obviously we could have found out in like 5 minutes, but just having to like walk there, then walk back, then get ready to go to the beach, whatever you're doing, it takes a lot of time out. That's like a good 2.5 hours out your day.
To be fair, I did smash out some balcony press ups.
Oh, did you? Oh yeah, I remember you doing it. Yeah. Like, Crow was like, "What is he doing?"
Then he was admiring my pump. Got such a good pump, fueled by body. Don't know how that happens, but
if there was a gym like in our apartment block, I'd have probably gone in the mornings just when I got up.
Yeah, and also any time that I have trained on holiday, I've pretty much only trained arms.
Yeah, arms,
and
chest, and delts. That's literally it. I don't think I've ever trained legs on holiday. So again, like, let's say if people are going to go, let's say they're going for a week.
Yeah.
They're going to train 3 times.
Yeah.
What would you say the best option?
Well, I think you've got 2 options. Either do what we've done in previous holidays and basically train upper push focused, upper pull focused, then a bit of a smash
just a mash up, just like an upper session.
Yeah, and also do stuff that like you just want to do. Don't feel like
when we went, we just like we're ripping the shit out of the bench press. I
did a 60 kilo AMRAP for
we weren't worrying about being
reps.
optimal with training, because as long as you're ticking over and you're getting some sort of stimulus, you're going to be fine.
And every time I've done that as well when we've gone on holiday, I get off the session thinking like, why aren't I doing that at home?
Yeah.
Like that felt so good.
And it's so much more fun.
Yeah. So train when you want to train. 3 other sessions is fun.
No, but seriously, if they are serious and they want to go to the gym,
okay,
you're probably going to go push pull legs, aren't you?
Yeah, or upper lower upper.
Yeah.
Which is a good split anyway if you're at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of training. The last thing I wanted to touch on, which I thought could be useful for people actually at home.
Yeah.
When obviously you're going to be dialed in, like we said, on a day-to-day, but if you've got events or things with your mates or whatever, meals out or anything.
When you're at home?
When you're at home, yeah. Again, goal dependent. If you've got 6 weeks to lose 10 kilos, then
you're probably going to have to be a bit more sensible.
It's going to be a bit hard to get away with it, but if you're just dieting on a steady diet or even not in a dieting phase, what's the protocol that you go for?
So if I was, and again, like this, I would definitely be more sensible and more locked in when I'm at home because I'm not on holiday.
Yeah, it's just not as good. Like, I always talk about this. Like, I've heard people shun it before about like not having an on-off switch.
Yeah,
and saying it needs to be on all the time.
Yeah,
I think an on-off switch is so good to have.
Better. Yeah,
as long as you're flicking the switch off when it's actually worthwhile.
Yeah,
because if you just like sat at home and you go, I want a full day off. I just want
binge and then it's sort of like, what are you doing?
I guarantee the next day you'll be like, why did I do that?
Not even the next day. As soon as you finished eating, you'll be like, why have I done this?
But if you're going to London for a day, you're obviously not going to be trying to.
No, you're just going to go and enjoy yourself.
Yeah. So yeah, what's your protocol for if you're at home?
This is actually quite relatable because what day is it today? Tuesday.
Yeah.
So on Sunday, obviously again I'm on prep. Hannah's family were having a barbecue, so obviously I wanted to be able to go to that and socialise and whatever. But obviously I still wanted to stay on plan. So, for example, I got Hannah to tell me what the food options were going to be. And from there, I just planned the rest of my day around that. So I knew there was going to be chicken. I knew there was going to be salad.
Yeah.
And on my meal plan anyway, there's 2 chicken meals with salad. So I just had the rest of my meals, and then I put those 2 chicken and salad meals together and had them as one meal with the barbecue. Boom. And I was still able to socialise.
Yeah.
So
it's a plan ahead job. And if they've not got like the calories on the menu, which a lot of places
don't. Really? You think they don't?
I think they've stopped doing it.
Yeah, they've stopped doing it as much because all these like body positivity people and all that.
But yeah, the thing that I usually recommend is like have a rough guess and overestimate slightly, and then there's absolutely nothing wrong with like creating some room.
Yeah,
I think people get a bit worried about being like, you know, it might affect their like relationship with food and all this, but I think the majority, sure, there might be a few people that struggle with that, but the majority will be absolutely sound,
absolutely fine
to do that, and you're not doing something that's like bad for you mentally if you just giving your body a hand at.
I think when it comes to that as well, this is probably going to annoy a few people, but if you're someone who's like that and you think it's because of you've got into like bodybuilding and physique development, it's probably not that. You probably just had it anyway, and it's just sort of heightened it or brought it out of you.
Yeah,
like, I do think you probably there's an underlying factor there that's giving you that mindset.
Yeah, but yeah, basically, if you're normally on 2,500 calories, and you know you're going to be going out for a meal, it's probably going to be 1,000 calories plus. So add a little bit on, 1.2, take away from your normal day. You got 1.3 left to play with. Protein, veggies protocol.
Yeah.
For as much as you can until you hit your protein target, then fill it up with the rest, and then you've got 1,300 to play with when you go out, and then you don't even have to think about it because you can just get what you want and you've still pretty much hit your targets.
Yeah. And I think even if you want to be even more sure, just bump your expenditure up a bit that day. Like if you've got 20 minutes cardio, maybe just do 30 minutes or 25 minutes.
It's quite easy to do.
You've got 12,000 steps, do 15,000 steps. That's something I'll always make sure I do. Even again with the barbecue, I've made sure I'd got my 12,000 in before the barbecue. So anything extra then just throughout the day was extra. And it just gives you more of that buffer. Yeah. So yeah, just increase your expenditure a little bit. Be sensible with your choices.
Easy peasy. Enjoy your meal.
Job's a good one.
Job is a good one. I think that's job a good one for the pod as well.
I feel like that was very short.
I don't know.
Thing is, I thought this about last week's pod and it was 48 minutes.
On 25 minutes.
Oh, wait.
That's not bad.
Okay, sick. You got any updates on yourself?
I look kind of jacked this morning.
Yeah. If you haven't seen already, it won't be on there now, actually.
What?
I posted that picture of you.
Oh yeah,
but it'll be on your Instagram anyway. And yeah, bro was looking.
Yeah,
yoked.
I'll post it. Something's cooking right now. I don't know what it is, but
again, I think it's the holiday, the week off. You've come back, you're motivated, you want to be in better shape.
Yeah,
you're fresh. You're enjoying training again. Because before we went away, like there were sessions. We were going into the sessions thinking, "Oh my god,
yeah,
can't be bothered with this."
Yeah, but yeah, my body weight's not moving at all. But I feel like,
no, you
especially
definitely look
from the work.
No, you definitely look way better. I think today was probably the best you've ever looked.
Yeah, especially I didn't even have a chest pump, which
and you still look good from the front.
Makes me look like an absolute pancake.
Yeah. So actually, this is a good bit of a convo actually. So your chest has come up a lot in the past, year.
Yeah.
And you've not even been. I think you'll be the first to say you've not even been super on it all the time just because of uni, things like that.
Yeah, I was really busy with dissertations, trying to balance that with coaching, which
home gym sessions
was far from balanced. Like I was so unbalanced.
Yeah.
But sometimes it happens, and you get majorly busy.
So what have you done?
I made it work. So, what in terms of my actual training, or in terms of?
Obviously, I already know this, but for the people listening, because we've had a lot of conversations about this, haven't we?
Yeah. So let me preface this by saying I've tried to do this for about 5 years.
Yeah.
And for a good 4 of them, it wasn't working. There might be some excuses in there, like I injured my neck, which
is a valid excuse.
So I injured my neck.
It's not, it's pussy.
I was playing a lot of rugby and all this sort of stuff, but I was still doing things right, getting stronger at pressing, or what I thought was getting stronger at pressing. It wasn't working. So I kind of revisited and, what's the saying? Cleared the table or whatever. And
just started from scratch again, I think.
Yeah.
What? Sorry, I thought you were going to carry on.
No, go on.
So I think the main reason that you've managed to bring up your chest so much in this period of time is exercise selection.
I agree. Although saying that, I'm still getting comments on my TikTok.
Oh well, fuck 'em, man.
Some bro said I had no upper chest, and really hurt me.
And what, mate? What are you going to do about it? Nothing.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't hurt me, man.
I don't care.
So yeah, exercise selection was massive. Prior to doing this, I was getting stronger at like a dumbbell press, for example, which I don't mind still, but I was cutting the range short and like not getting full depth and all that. Faffing about with like swapping and changing exercise every single week, which was not working.
Yeah.
And since then, I'd say the 2 big things are choosing exercises that I actually connect with, which tends to be
LPs, man.
So I'll touch on LPs in a sec. Which tends to be converging presses.
Yeah.
And plus, because I'm like 6'6", for some reason I've got to be really, well, not for some reason, because I'm 6'6", I've got to be really, I've got to be really picky with like the machines I use, because some of them just don't fit me.
They just literally don't fit you at all, do they?
And I try to do it mainly because I couldn't be bothered doing a different machine to you.
Yeah, well, I would just want to do the same thing all the time. Yeah.
Which, to be fair, we do pretty much now.
Yeah, we are very similar in what feels good and what feels shit.
So choose an exercise that I like. Number 2, which I think is probably the biggest one, is actually like smashing out as much range of motion as I can.
Yeah.
I pretty much dead stop every single movement now.
And it's worked well for you.
Yeah. Plus with the neck injury, like extra stability is ideal.
Yeah. So
absolutely maximize the range of motion. You should be feeling a hefty stretch in your chest, which I don't think I've ever felt apart from this year.
Yeah.
And number 3, I know we said we weren't going to talk about LRPs, but
it's relatable at this point.
I've been smashing some lengthened range partials into my training, which is a bit of a new thing. I actually did my dissertation on, so I've got some
good knowledge around it.
Some good knowledge on this, and basically how I do it is on my very last set, as long as I've got enough rest in between that session and the next, I'll do some partial reps in the lengthened range when I can't get fully short. And it gives me an awesome pump, and it feels sick, and it seems to be working.
Yeah.
So
I think it's good to touch on, though, as well, that what you're doing, if someone's in the same situation as you was a year ago, and they're struggling to grow their chest, these tips may not work for you. Like,
Yes.
It's not just like, oh, HL's done this and he's grown his chest, I need to start doing this. Because I know, for example, with me, if I was to dead stop every press, my shoulders would be mangled.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you dead stop the Jim Lecco, don't you?
Yeah.
And I tried it for a set, and afterwards, all I could feel was like my shoulders cracking and just loads of front delt. It just doesn't work for me. And same again with like the dumbbell press. Like, you don't get along with that at all.
Yeah.
Whereas for me,
it's pretty awesome.
I actually think majority of my chest growth comes from a dumbbell press, which is it's important, I think, to people to know that it's not like a one size fits all.
Yeah, which I guess is where, like, I mean, we've been training for 10 years, near enough. Obviously, you could say, I've been training properly for 2 years.
Yeah.
But, like, you'll always say that.
Yeah.
But it's taken that long to figure out, like, what works for me.
What works, yeah.
So you should probably get a coach, mate, to help you out.
Link in bio.
Link in bio.
I'm going to touch on, going back to the holiday stuff.
Yeah.
If someone's coach, or if you're coached by someone and you're incredibly dialed in, and then your coach is going and saying you need to be doing X, Y, and Z when you're on holiday, seriously reconsider who you're paying to help you.
Yeah.
Because that shouldn't be their response. The coach should be asking, okay, they should tell you, like, if you've been working at 100%, 90%, whatever it may be, and then sort of ask you, okay, how serious are you about reaching your goal, in what time frame, etc.
Yeah.
And if you're then saying, oh, you're not that bothered, like, you sort of want to enjoy yourself, and they come back to you and say, oh no, you can't be doing this, you can't be doing that.
Yeah.
Seriously reconsider.
Especially if you've voiced your, like, opinion.
I think a lot of coaches get that wrong as well. It's like, that's the way I do things, so my clients have to do the same.
Yeah.
I see it a lot, like, even with training, right? I'm obviously not going to name names and stuff, but...
Name them!
I see a lot of coaches training in this certain way, which, again, works for them, but they get their clients to do it, and it doesn't work for them, but they sort of refuse to change.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's me just being...
No, I think you're right. You got to be adaptive, depending on the individual.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had someone telling me I can't, like, do stuff on holiday,
I'd be like, okay, that's fine.
See you, mate.
Yeah. Fuck off. You
Cheers. I've cancelled my payment. So yeah, I think that's good for the pod.
Yeah. Anything
you
else
happy with that?
Touch on?
No.
Oh, I got a question.
One more.
Like, this is actually a legit question as well, not a made up one. You know, I think he commented on the reel that we did together the other day. You know, the 6'6".
Yeah.
Tom Palmer.
Yeah.
Thought we'd just cover this now. So he asked me it was on my. I did it a few weeks ago and I never even answered him. He said, "Are your plans to stay natural or go enhanced?"
Yeah, he's already enhanced. You're a non.
Oh, me? Mate. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm already enhanced. Yeah, of course. So I'll let you go first.
I think personally, it would be a disservice to my life to go enhanced.
Enhanced, exactly.
I'd probably die earlier, which is not ideal. I wouldn't be able to get my yacht when I'm older.
Yeah, because you'd be dead.
Because I'd be dead. It'd
be like
a major
14 heart attacks a day.
Yeah, I'd probably die, and I'm not that bothered about getting that overly jacked.
No,
especially for me. If
you were huge.
Yeah, I've been up to 120 kilos and I felt like ass.
Yeah,
like pure arse.
And if you were to go on gear, you could probably get to like 150.
Big Nath Styles.
Yeah, I swear
I've seen 160 kilos.
That's crazy.
I think he's pretty diced at that as well. And he's 6'4", 6'5",
which is crazy.
And obviously, he's an absolute humongous bloke, and maybe you wouldn't have to push it that far, but I just feel awful.
Yeah.
So it's a no from me, and I'm 99.9% certain that will be the same forever.
Yeah.
Unless maybe, in fact, no, that's a lie. When I'm about 40,
yeah,
I'm probably 45,
this is the only thing I'd do
50,
as well.
Probably going to jump on TRT.
Yeah.
Just to get my
test actually in a nice
test working, make sure I'm still active.
Able to make babies and that.
In that.
And that.
What about you?
Same.
Same.
Yeah, I would literally... Again, it comes back to what your goal is. I think for me, again, as I said last pod, I think I mentioned this last pod, that after this year competing, that's probably me done, potentially. Especially if I like won a pro card or something like that, that would be me done.
Yeah.
I might
at least for
again,
a while.
I might compete again maybe like 4 or 5 years, but again, like you said, for me, I don't see the benefit I'd get from going on gear is like, okay, I might become an IFBB pro. I literally couldn't care less about that.
Yeah. Mate, at least you're getting the accusations.
Yeah, exactly.
I've not had one.
People already think I'm on gear, so I'm happy. I'm clearly doing something right.
It's because you've got 19-inch arms.
Yeah. Your arms are as big as Arnie's, and he was on gear. They're definitely not, mate.
I'm just waiting for the day that I get a gear accusation. I'm praying for that, man.
For me, it's a definite no.
Yeah.
No way.
That's good. Gonna stay healthy.
Yeah, I think
you jump on the TRT when you're old.
Yeah, I think so. Again, it'll depend on what I'm doing at that point in my life.
I actually met a guy in Hong Kong that was setting up a global gear clinic.
Really?
Well, not gear. It was like HRT clinic.
Yeah.
Helping men's testes work again.
Oh, that's very... Where's doing God's work? Well, no, it's a definite no from me. I
also think, relating this back to holidays, I see so many videos of these bigger places in like O Beach, for example. There's so many people that are on gear there.
Yeah.
And some of them might be bodybuilders, but I guarantee
a lot of them are literally doing it to be the biggest guy in the room.
Yeah, which actually hurts my brain.
Yeah, and if you've got that kind of ego, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. There's
something wrong with you.
Yeah. No hate.
No hate, but kind of hate.
Kind of really hate you.
Yeah. But no, like even when we go away now, we get remarks saying like, "Oh, do you go to the gym? Like you're pretty big and stuff like that." So it's like,
don't know about that.
Well, I do.
When we're in the Caribbean.
Oh, this was probably top 5. Well, actually, no, it's definitely not top 5 funniest moments of my life.
It was really funny.
It was funny as anything. I don't think I've ever seen you so angry.
So some bro starts telling Leo.
Some native bro.
Yeah, that's why I said bro.
Oh, sorry.
He is a bro.
Yeah, bro is a bro.
He starts gassing Leo up, saying, big man,
you big man.
And he's proper gassing him up, giving it big, and I'm sort of standing about 10 metres away, like, do you want to give me a compliment, mate? Please. And then he goes, why didn't you take your mate to the gym with you?
And HL then literally just turned around, stormed off, he was gone.
I went on a jet ski and just sailed out to sea.
Yeah,
I wasn't coming back.
Bro was literally begging sharks to come in.
I want to go shag a whale.
Nah, but it is cool when you go away and you get those remarks.
Yeah.
Like, clearly you're doing something right and
yeah,
you look good.
I think that's a point for anyone listening to this as well, that, like, obviously it's not the be-all and end-all to look good, but it definitely does help in all areas of life.
Yeah. I think for me, right, people probably won't think this, but, like, I was incredibly introverted before I started the gym. I wasn't confident. And since going to the gym, especially when you go on holiday, I feel so much more confident.
Yeah.
Like, I feel unreal. Like, you get to a beach club and you feel like the goat.
Even like facially.
Yeah.
I don't know what obviously you don't train your face, but there's something about training and putting on a bit of muscle that, like, you just look better.
Yeah. I think, again, it comes down to you clearly value yourself quite highly and you care about yourself, you care about your appearance.
I'm not saying that I'm a 10-10 stud.
Yeah, but it's true. It's true, though, that, like, if you can... I think whenever you see people who are pretty big, they're never really ugly people.
Yeah.
Just because they're likely to be more of a person who takes care of themselves and looks after themselves.
A brilliant feeling as well when you see another gym bro.
Yeah, and you can have a
across
chat about
the room
gym.
And they just give you the nod of approval.
Cheeky wink. Yeah, you're massive, mate.
And for any single blokes out there,
it will be a game changer.
Everyone says you only get compliments from blokes, and that might be true on a compliment side of things, but it definitely helps to have a decent rig.
Yes, 100%.
You might not get. You're not going to get. Obviously, you're not going to get women coming up to you going,
"Oh, you're massive. What do you bench?"
Great pecs. Like no one's gonna say that. But I think subconsciously, it's a great move to get kind of jacked.
100%.
Again, not that I've got any personal experience on that front.
No, but it is true.
Yeah.
All these blokes you see out there pulling these bloody 1010s, none of them look like shit, do they?
They're all decent looking. All got a bit of muscle.
Yeah.
Probably got nice white teeth as well. Bushy teeth kids.
Or get them whitened. Who would do that?
Who's done that?
Why would you do that?
To be fair, I got mine done well, not done. But I got the Beacon. Where is it? I think it's somewhere.
I ain't even seen the little gum thing.
It's called Beacon Whites, I think, in Beaconsfield.
It definitely did do a...
Yeah, it actually worked. I think it cost me like 30 quid as well.
Yeah, which is a good
If you get your
purchase.
teeth proper whitened, it's like hundreds of quid, hundreds of pounds.
When I did mine, I think it was like 500 quid.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, like they were perfectly white.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
they weren't overly, like, they didn't look unnatural.
Yeah. It was I mean, it's obviously they're more white than I got mine after however long, but again, I paid 30 quid.
Yeah, and I paid however much money.
Yeah. So, yeah, look after yourself. You'll feel better in yourself.
Benefits.
Get a nice trim. Also, speaking of that, Leo's fully copied my flow. What the hell's going on here?
I am morphing into bro.
Mullet, man.
I'm morphing into bro.
Yeah. Now you just need to grow a foot and
Minus
lose some muscle.
Dusty hairline. What the HL has on me.
So yeah, look after yourself and you'll benefit from it. Hundo P.
And from a mindset perspective, going to the gym will turn you into an animal.
Yeah.
Because if you can be locked in, dialed in with the gym, definitely has a cross transfer.
Yeah.
To the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Whatever you do for work, whatever.
Yeah, I think the progressive nature of the gym gives you that same mindset for everything else.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is a bit of a blessing and a curse because you start sometimes thinking, oh, what,
Yeah, you're never satisfied, are you? That's the thing.
But that often results in being in a pretty decent spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was a good pod,
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
Don't know what we're going to call this pod.
Episode 2 of the Lifted Lifestyle Pod, whatever it was. Some sort of holiday protocol plus how to get a moderately sized chest.
How to pull bitches. Oh.
So yeah.
Hopefully Hannah doesn't watch this.
Holly will be listening. I don't think I've said anything rude.
Say sorry now. Sorry, Holly, on Harry's behalf. It was all my idea. I literally had this whole thing scripted out.
But yeah, hopefully enjoyed. If you did enjoy, share it on your stories. That's the only thing I'm going to ask. Take a screenshot right now. I'm going to
follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. You know what? HL does the editing, but HL will cook with this. You need to put the TikTok name, the Instagram name, and then the personal Instagram.
I'll do that actually.
Follow me.
Take a screenshot of this right now and put it on your story, please. And we'll see you next week for the episode 3 of the Lifted Lifestyle Podcast.
Which we don't know what we're going to do yet.
No.
So any suggestions that you want us to talk about?
Also, if anyone wants to be a guest, more than welcome to jump on. Might put some messages out.
Yeah, that'd be good. We are going to get some guests on at some point.
Anabolic Sheep, mate, if you're listening.
Yeah, we really want bro on the pod.
I think you aligned nicely.
It'd be an interesting chat.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. See you next week.
Bosh.
Ciao.
Shit, we're getting kind of good at this pod shit, man. Yeah.